back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is all about cozy mysteries and romance books, and today I'm completing a tag. I'm super excited to do this tag because it's a tag about cozy mysteries, which, I mean, right up my alley, right? I was tagged to do this tag by Cozy Reads Mysteries, who's another cozy mystery booktuber. If you do not know her, she will be in the description below. If you like cozy mysteries and do not know her, you are missing out. Please, please, please go subscribe to her. This creator is one of my favorite booktubers. It is Courtagonist. Her channel will also be in the description below. She is amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to do this tag. Let's just get right into it in 3, 2, 1, go. Fooled ya. No, I'm just kidding, but I do have some really quick announcements before I jump into the tag. So Cozy Reads Mystery, who I just mentioned, we have been collaborating and doing a cozy mystery chat on Saturday nights, which has just been an amazing, fun time. I'm absolutely loving it. And we were kind of talking about things that we could do in the Saturday night chats, and we've come up with some ideas that we want to announce to you. So we're starting a book club, Cozy Mystery Book Club, of course. The first book is going to be A Dark and Stormy Murder. It's right here. It's by Julia Buckley. I am so excited to read this because Julia Buckley writes the Undercover Dish series, which is absolutely fabulous. If you have not read that series, you need to. Really, you need to. It is so good. So we're going to discuss A Dark and Stormy Murder the last Saturday in April at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the other thing that we're doing, so we have talked about the book club in our Cozy Mystery Chats, but this, guys, is something we just announced last night, but this is kind of the first time we've been really talking about it and announcing it to everyone. It is the Cozy Mystery Knockout Challenge. So I kind of got this idea from the March basketball tournaments. If somebody else is doing this idea on YouTube, because I'm not the most creative person, so I'm sure I'm not the first person that come up with this idea. I'm not trying to take credit for something that somebody else is doing. I don't watch any YouTubers that have done it, but believe me, I'm sure it's out there. So please take all the credit you want. This was just a fun idea. So the Cozy Mystery Knockout Challenge is going to be like the brackets that you see in the basketball tournament. So we're going to have 4 different categories: culinary, books, crafts, and wild card. So we're only going to read 2 books a month. The first month, which is April, we're starting right in April, is going to be the culinary books. So we each picked a book that neither of us had read, that Cozy nor myself have read, and we're both going to read both books. Hopefully you read both books, and then on the 3rd Saturday in April during our Cozy Mystery Chat, we're going to all talk about them, and then we're going to vote on which one we like better. And we hope you guys vote too. And that book will move on to face off against the winner of the book challenge, the knockout, which will read the books for the book challenge in May. So the first 2 books, we're only going to talk about or announce right now the culinary books that we picked, because if we have to change books for any reason in the next couple months for the other categories, we don't want you to have tried to get these books and then us not read them. Not that you still couldn't read them, but we don't want to do that to anybody. So the books are Cobblered to Death by Rosemary Ross. It's going to be right here. I'm loving the name. So the second book is Penny Dreadful by Catherine Bruns. It's right here. If you have not read Catherine Bruns' Cookies and Chance series, I cannot plug that enough. I'm not kidding. It is fabulous. It is so much fun. I love that series. So again, you're just going to read both books in April, and then the 3rd Saturday in April during our Cozy Mystery Chats that are going to be at 5 p.m. unless it's Book Club Saturday, which is going to be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All of these are Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about all together, who's ever chatting with us, and then Cozy and I about both books, and then we'll vote on which book we like better. That book will go head to head against whichever book wins the book cozy mystery category that we read in May. All right, so I hope I explained that well. It's not near as complicated as I might be saying. I'm sorry, guys. All right, but for right now, let's get right back into this tag. It is the Cozy Mystery Book Tag. Oh gosh, I'm so excited to do this. And Courtagonist had a hand in it. Oh, I'm thrilled. So I said hand in it. She created it. What am I talking about? She didn't have a hand in it. She wrote it. The first prompt is location, location, location. Your favorite small town cozy. Let me just say that one of the things I love most about cozies are the small towns. So I love them all. Like really, I love them all. But I did pick two. The first one is Rudolph, New York, which is in the year-round Christmas town, which is one of my all-time favorite cozies. And I know I was trying to pick some that I don't talk all the time about. I just still had to be honest. And that is one of my favorite small town locations because it's a year-round Christmas town. I mean, it's amazing. The second place that I picked was the Sun City, Arizona in the J.C. Eaton Sophie Kimball series. It's a retirement community, y'all. And y'all know that I love my elderly characters, retirement communities. That is right up my alley. And that is so much fun. So the main character, Sophie Kimball, doesn't live in the retirement community. Her mother does. And her mother and her mother's friends are the best thing in the books. Oh my gosh. They are so much fun. And her dog is named Street. It's after Streetcar Named Desire, but I can't remember the dog's name. It might be Streetcar or something. I'm not getting it right, but it is amazing. That series is amazing, and Sun City, Arizona just sounds amazing. Oh, love it. The second prompt says, for the love of food, your favorite food-themed cozy. I had to go with the Amish Candy Shop series by Amanda Flower because it is my absolute favorite culinary cozy. But there are a ton of them that I love. Culinary cozies are one of my absolute favorite subgenres of cozy. So there's so many of them that I really, really enjoy. The next one is man, woman's best friend, your favorite furry friend. And I did not mean to do this, but again, I had to go with what is honestly my favorite furry friends. In this case, it is Peter and Philip. They are fainting goats in Amanda Flower's matchmaking series, and they are hysterical. They're my favorite animals. They're of course always up to shenanigans, which is what I love when an animal's involved in a cozy, but they are just so funny. They add so much humor. I absolutely love them. The next prompt is law enforcement, friend or foe. Name your favorite ally or enemy law enforcement. So I did not pick a favorite ally because usually the detective in the series, the law enforcement person involved in the series, is one that is kind of standing in the way of our sleuth. And I'm always rooting for the sleuth. So I don't know that I have a favorite. There are ones that I enjoy, but I couldn't do that. But there is one that I really, really don't care for, which I would say is the foe. Detective Hammer and the Perfectly Proper Paranormal Museum by Kirsten Weiss. There are 4 books in that series. I have read the first 2 and I really loved them. But Detective Hammer is horrible. Really, really. I mean, there's they went to high school together, and so there's some still obviously leftover resentment. And she is just mean. Just mean. There you go. So the next prompt says, idle hands, favorite job or hobby to read about. Culinary, like I just said, libraries, craft shops, specialty shops, inns, B&Bs. Should I just name everything? Those really are my favorites. Elementary, my dear Watson, is the next prompt. What is your favorite side character? So it is Sally's sidekick, who's also her best friend, in the Cookies and Chance series by Catherine Bruns. Partly I'm giving her the shout out for my favorite side character because I'm very intimidated by her, by Josie. She's she's quite scary. But she is also, I just love the two of them together. I really, really love that series, and Josie is hysterical. And there are 9 books in it. I can't recommend it enough. The next prompt, it's number 7. It says, one big happy family. Who is your favorite cozy family? Okay, so I went with the Meg Lanslow series by Donna Andrews. There are 29 books out in that series, and number 30 is coming out in December. They have this big old family that develops, continues to get bigger as the series goes on because, you know, relationships grow and different things like that. But the characters and the family are just so crazy, and that is right up my alley. I love quirky characters. I love that series and that family. Oh gosh. The next one, I love this prompt. 'Tis the season. What is your favorite holiday themed cozy read? So I said book number 2 in the Christmas Tree Farm series by Jacqueline Frost, who is also Julianne Lindsay, who is also Brie Baker. The next prompt says, sometimes punny is best. All the time punny is best. Name your favorite punniest title. Okay. I love the punny titles, and we've talked about a ton of them that are amazing, but I think one of my favorites, and I have said this before on this channel, and I know I've said it on the live show, is Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. It's by Rebecca Adler. It's the within the Taste of Texas series. It's actually the first book in the Taste of Texas series, which I really recommend that series. 3 books in it. All right, so the next prompt says, month to month, solving crimes through the fall, winter, spring, and summer. What is your favorite seasonal cozy? So I picked 2 for this, which is the Cider Shop series by Julianne Lindsay. Because the first book was a Christmas book, but it just seems like it would be a fall-y type of series. And my favorite season is the fall because it's Cider Shop and they do like, I don't know, it just feels like it would be a fall theme. Although, like I said, the first book is a Christmas book. There are 2 books currently out in the series, and the 3rd one is coming out this year. I'm so excited. And the other season that I picked was summer, and it is the Tiki Goddess series by Jill Marie Landis. The main character works at a tiki bar, which one of her family members owns in Hawaii. There are 5 books in this series. So the next prompt is special skills. Does your favorite amateur sleuth have a unique skill? So this one, it's not necessarily a unique skill, but I think they did something really unique with it. So again, because I wanted to talk about series that I don't always talk about, because you know the series I love and I could name those over and over again, but I also wanted to make sure I talked about different ones, which is, in this case, for unique skills, is the Paint and Shine series by Cheryl Hollin. So the series takes place in the Daniel Boone National Forest in Kentucky. The main character is Miranda. So her talent is painting, but she uses it in a unique way because she starts a paint and shine business. So she takes people out and does painting lessons with them in the Daniel Boone National Forest. And then they come back to the house that she inherited, and she puts on this big dinner, and they taste moonshine. It's such a creative way to use her skills. I absolutely love it. I think that, and the first book was so good. There's only 2 books out. I haven't read the second one yet. I think the second one's already out. If it's not, it's definitely coming out because I've seen the title and the cover for it. The first one, though, was amazing. I think I gave it 4, maybe even 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. So the 12th prompt says reading time. How do you get cozy to read a book? So I live in Florida, but still, my cozy reading is I have a chair and a half And I get in that and I burrow in it and I put a blanket on myself. And if it's in the morning or not a, crazy time during the day, I'm drinking coffee. And if it's a little bit later, I'm drinking hot chocolate. That is what I think of and how I get cozy for my reading. So recommendations, oh my gosh. What is your favorite cozy mystery or series? So there are, just so many. But I wanted to talk about two that I didn't name in any of these prompts just because they are some of my absolute favorites. The Southern Sewing Circle by Elizabeth Lynn Casey. I know you've heard me talk about it a lot, but it is so good. The main character is Tori. She is a librarian in Sweetbriar, which is a small town, which could have fit the favorite small town. I just love, love, love that series. And the other one is the Gladdy Gold series, which is by Rita Lakin. It takes place in a retirement community. So again, those are two of my absolute favorites. Every series that I mentioned in this particular tag, I have read, I have enjoyed, and I highly recommend. Until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.